So it looks like there's a lot of drama right now surrounding a game called Soulash 2. Now, this particular developer is being targeted by the same people who are currently angry that Dustborn is not only a massive failure, that Concord is not only a massive failure, but that a game like Black Myth Wukong is a massive success. They cannot take it. These people are melting down. When I tell you guys they're losing their minds, I'm serious. They don't know what to do with themselves. So they thought they can get together and try to cancel some random developer that wouldn't bend the knee to their ideology, and that developer essentially told them to go F themselves. And after trying to basically review bomb them, other people said, you know what, no, that's not going to happen. And then they positively review bombed the game to a point where now it's a massive success compared to where it was before.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now, honestly, I think this entire thing is pretty damn hilarious. And again, this goes to show that the people who think they are the majority, they are not. They don't have the numbers. They will never have the numbers. This is something they're going to have to live with, something they're going to have to accept. And it's obviously going to take a little bit of time for them to get there. But I think Black Myth Wukong has completely destroyed their entire hope of ever becoming the majority. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Soulash 2 developer refuses to cater to LGBTQ mob trying to cancel the game. There's nothing to fear from the oppressive mob trying to force their ideology. Now, again, I thoroughly agree. I believe I saw this guy's reply to Grumps over on Twitter, and it was interesting. A guy's name is Arter. I don't know how to say his last name, Arter something, Smirlovsk. I have no idea. But apparently, he is not bending the knee, and rightfully so. He shouldn't have to bend the knee. It's not like the guy is trying to make the game for any particular modern audience. The guy is an indie developer. He's trying to make the game for the way he wants to make it, and they are trying to make him obviously bend the knee, and he refused to do so. So it says Soulash Soulash 2 developer Arter refused to cater to the LGBTQ mob trying to cancel the game after he refused to include LGBTQ relationships in the game. See, this is the problem. This is the issue. When you get virtue signaled to nonstop 24/7, when you get pandered to in the modern media, what ends up happening is that people like this who look for this kind of stuff, and this is the only way they will even talk about a game, let alone buy a game. If you don't do that, if you don't, cater to the modern audience, they're going to take that as an insult. They literally will. They'll take that as you are trying to threaten their life. And it's insane how they'll go from 0 to 100 really quick for no damn reason whatsoever other than that fact. It's dumb. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Why would you need to see LGBTQ relationships in this game? Who really knows? On August 15th, he shared a updated title, Married with Children, where he revealed, I have the first of the 2 parts of the family feature where you can start your own new family in your settlement, marry someone to move into your town and family, and have children with them. He continued, by having your own family, you can also start working at your building as another way to generate wealth, train your potential, or just progress the world by a couple of years while ensuring your legacy lives on after your inevitable doom. Now, Jesus, that sounds dark. Now, this particular character here looks pretty interesting. Definitely nose ring mafia, if you catch my drift. But ultimately, the guy is trying to make something for the fans of the game. I believe it's an early access game, so it's something where he's constantly listening to the feedback from people who, actually bought the game, not people who didn't buy the game. You're going to have a lot of activists try to pretend like they bought the game when in fact they didn't. They'll just go on the Steam forums and try to complain about nonsense. So then in the discussion on the update, Steam user 2023 Subaru, of course it's a Subaru. Hey, Arthur, thank you for your hard work. I'm a queer fan of your game and wanted to ask if same-sex relationships will be possible in future updates. I know other devs like the ones who made Medieval Dynasty said they considered it too late to put it into the game. I just wanted to see if it was something on your radar, if you would feel safe for you to implement it in the future. The user concluded, thanks for your time and dedication to this game and this community. Now, there's nothing wrong with this comment, okay? It seems like it's very nicely said, unless the guy ends up freaking out later on. But ultimately, this comment seems like it was very well put together from an actual fan of the game. So I don't think it's a bad thing for someone to ask this question in this manner. I think that's all right. So then Arthur responded, the main purpose of the family system is to create a legacy through children and giving out limited ways to interact with NPCs. I don't think this is a good way to represent relationships, so I don't plan to expand that right now. More extended interactions were something that some players wish was a bigger focus of the game, but unfortunately it would take a long time and probably the removal of the conversations and dialogue system to turn Soulash 2 into The Sims, as well as other games I'm already trying to mix, he noted. Then he concluded, we're going to have to see if I ever get excited about it, but right now I'm too pumped to go to war to delay it any further. Now, again, it looks like that they're not actually going to give you the ability to have relationships, I guess. I mean, it looks like it's just mainly meant for you to have children so that you can continue on your legacy through that particular system, the family system. So, again, if you're having queer relationships, you're not going to have children, you know, especially back in these times. There's no modern way for you to have children, if you catch my drift. So, again, it's the dumbest thing, but there are going to be some people that are going to look for that. They're going to look for something that's going to be, I guess, world breaking. That's really what it is. It's kind of world breaking to ask for LGBTQ relationships just to get children. That doesn't make any sense. Beginning on August 22nd, a number of LGBTQ activists began posting negative reviews of the game, given that Arthur indicated he would not be included disordered LGBTQ relationships in the game. The reviews began when 2023 Subaru Impreza wrote, developer banned me from Soulash 2 community for asking him to implement same-sex marriage in the same way he implemented hetero relationships. The user then claimed that he enabled his community to harass me with homophobic rhetoric, which they still do to this very day. Cannot recommend supporting this game with a clear stance by the dev and his community against LGBT. Okay, so it looks like he turned into an activist. It started off as, hey, I'm going to be fake positive to try to get my way, but then the moment I don't get my way, suddenly the activist comes out. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This kind of person seems like he is heavily influenced by the ability to have gay sex in a game. He's one of those I need to see myself people in order to play the game. What an absolute fucking joke. If you are playing the game and somebody adds hetero relationships in order to continue the ability to have children and you want to be able to have gay butt sex, yeah, that kind of goes against the entire point of trying to have children and continuing your legacy. I know this is something that they're going to have a hard time understanding, but unfortunately for you, there was no, other ways to have children like there is in modern times. Addendum. I'm disappointed in the route the developer is currently taking, trying to spin the narrative of an organized gay review bomb, when the reality is he destroyed his current community for money and replaced them with people with hate in their hearts without a second thought to the people he might hurt doing so. Do better, Arthur. Do better? Like, who the fuck are you? What do you mean do better? I hate when these people try to pretend to be so morally superior that they try to tell you to do better. Like, what the fuck? What are you, a teacher? Like, do better, man. Like, okay, sure. Salty Snow wrote, I had high hopes for the further development of this game, as it appears to have great potential. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend to support this game while its developer is signaling racist and anti-LGBTQ politics in its design. How is he racist? Like, where did racism come into play? I understand you wanted to make the whole anti-LGBTQ thing, but where the fuck did racism come into? Are you serious right now? What a joke. The guy is making the game he wants to make, and you want him to make it for the modern audience, and you guys don't realize that you are not the majority, because guess what happened after the fact? Let's look at what actually happened after this whole review bomb nonsense. Because look at this. Look at people. These people are mad over the fact that they can't have gay butt sex. It is hilarious to me. Look at this. All these bad reviews. I don't even have to bother reading them to know that they are fucking ideologically psychopath reviews. So then it says that he would respond to a number of the reviews on Steam, writing, this review is part of a poor attempt at review bombing to make me do hours of extra work for free. I'm not your slave. Hell yeah, dude. Stand up for yourself. On X, he also wrote, they are so mad at me for adding legacy through children to my multi-generational sandbox game. Yeah, they're pissed because they don't have the ability to do exactly that. In another post, he added, fine, call me intolerant, but I can't understand a person who looks at the screen and thinks I must fuck everything that moves and have mutant babies. And please, I don't need to understand. Live and let live. Bro, yes. I'm so happy to see a developer stand up against these fucking literal psychos. That's what's happening right now. He later added, my grandparents survived the Nazis. My parents endured communism. I had to live through religious oppression since the age of 10. And now some spoiled brats think I'll bend the knee to their rainbow flag or else they'll type some words. I already have a flag I'm proud of. Bro, yes. If I had a cheer button on my fucking thing right now, I would absolutely use it. This guy is roasting them. On August 25th, after the game received 28 negative reviews and 6 positive reviews, he posted, just woke up. The lightning didn't hit me. I don't feel canceled at all. After all, it looks like there was nothing to fear from the oppressive mob. He added, thank you to everyone who went past a single tweet and offered their support and understanding. Dude, 100%. If you guys are even remotely interested in games like this, perhaps go check it out and see if it's something you might want to support. I'm not really too big into games like this, so I'm not going to pretend and sit up here and fake it and be like a wokey and be like, yeah, I'm going to support it and then never buy it. But I'm not going to buy this game. But if you are interested in this kind of game, in a sandbox kind of game like this, perhaps check it out and see if it's something you might want to purchase. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.